Howdy folks, what it do? I hope you're treating yourselves oh so well. My name is Claire. This is a channel where we like to do tarot readings. Today I thought we should delve into what this person or people have realized about you. Could be helpful or a long time coming. We'll find out. And okay, pile one, what this person or people have realized about you. The Nine of Wands, okay. Look at that. A card that could not represent more of a plight. Nine of Wands, this person sees that you are going to keep going no matter what. You will not be held down. Even when they thought maybe you had more stakes in it, or okay, you got the High Priestess and it was in reverse, but I think that this person assumed you were more hung up on them than you actually were. It was a matter of you both were filling out a fairy tale in your minds, and I think the connection of serenity and longing for each other was there. The emotional fulfillment that you guys had in your head, it was almost like you both made a relationship with each other in your heads and forgot to pursue that on the physical realm or plane. And this person started to get a little nervous. Like at first you both were just enthralled with each other, really wrapped up, really were like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Someone I really enjoy. I think they're so attractive. The Hermit in reverse, they were very like you in a lot of ways, but both of you kind of reverted into this cycle of being comfortable. Like this person made you feel very comfortable in a way, but then it reverted back into both of you kind of getting a little anxious towards the situation or jealous in some form or fashion instead of communicating it. I think both of you kind of took on your natural hurt responses. It was like a damage response almost. You both took a little bit of a nervous feeling or a jealousy and jumped back into a damage response, which caused a domino effect of actions, and I think your relationship unraveled because of that. Both of you went into a hermit mode, but it was more of like you were longing, wishing that this person would just like run after or chase you in some way, form, or fashion, or communicate, like it would become better again, and it just never did. The Death card, oh my God. Look at that. Your signifier card was the Nine of Wands, but then every card you've gotten since was that High Priestess in reverse, and then the Hermit in reverse, and then the Death card upright, which were all decent. I don't think that there was ill will per se, even though that might have been what broke the camel's back in essence. Whatever destroyed the relationship felt vile, repugnant in a lot of ways, but throughout the relationship, I think this person was very timid and sweet in thought, and that might be what kind of hurts in this point in time for both of you. It was almost like, I wanted this. I really wanted to do this right, and I don't know how we got back to this point, because the Death card is one of my favorite cards in this deck. It is so yummy and scrumptious. And I just got the Fool in reverse. Can you guys not get a major card? So this is a life-changing event. This is something that was hugely responsible for the next wave in your life. I think that this was a test, and both of you, it's not a pass-fail test. It was more of like an endurance test. And if you're still in the game, you're still going. Both of you are still going, and I think that there's a realization of foolish. How have I been such a fool, but yet I want to go back? It's not like you're feeling foolish for going back. It's more like I've been led astray by my own damage response. The things that made me feel in control at one point, and this person is feeling the same way. They felt like their control issues in the situation completely destroyed this. And for both of you, I think they might have caused more damage, but nonetheless, you both are, even if they might cause more damage, the world has your back. Like, they're definitely getting the karma, but so they feel like they got the worst of the situation, or right now they're kind of going through a pity party of like, I'm going through so much hell right now that does this person even care sort of feeling. They don't know if you care, because I don't think you had to deal with a lot of the hurt that the Six of Swords, you just walked away. I don't think that you retaliated, you just walked away. So this person is like, does this person even give a shit about me? And you do, but you were allowed to not have to deal with the pain, because you almost cried out to Source and you were like, have mercy on me, please have mercy on me. You didn't do things in a way that was trying to hurt this person, even though you responded in a way that was recessive. And I think that in the future, both of you are like, oh, this is how I need to, I think things since what happened are teaching you how to communicate better, and this person as well. Like, you might run away, this person acts whatever way that they do, but the Ace of Wands, I think you both are learning how to ease the temperament, take on a different perspective. In essence, I think that there's a sense of, this person is learning how to take their anger on in a mechanical but artistic way. I think that they're taking on their anger in a different way. They're learning that the things that they've done in the past have been for naught. They've spoiled their chances. And I think it took them losing you to realize how serious it is at this point in time in their life. Like, they didn't feel like they've been working on themselves a lot throughout their whole life. And yes, that's beneficial and nice, but you have too. And I think that you not retaliating on this person made them realize how deep the rot has gotten for them, how much they need to work on themselves, how much they let slide on themselves. I think that they're very cynical in a way that they cast a lot of doubt and a lot of guilt upon themselves. It's like they hold themselves to a high standard, but they also are very judgmental upon themselves. So they're very judgmental upon other people, and they're learning that with you, they should have been sweeter, kinder, more gentle. And that if they had taken on a lifestyle with you, it could have been more creative and productive. Something that they chose control, and it was destructive in a way. Even if the control didn't seem destructive, like, I'm hearing in my head constructive, and I'm wanting to say it out loud. So it's almost like they fooled themselves, the Knight of Pentacles, into believing whatever they were doing was more constructive than dealing with the bane of you or the plight of whatever you guys had going on. So now they had to deal with that, and now they're making a slow return back to realize that they can't move forward without moving on. I'm hearing, which I think is like, they can't get out of this rut in their life until they make right so many forms of their life. I think that they have some family ties that they need to communicate better, and I think that there's a person in their life that they need to get rid of for some reason, form or another. It's like person or a job, something they need to be truthful with, and they're making a slow journey back to you. There's a slow journey back, and it is finding its way back to sweetness. I think that there was a sense of decay and immorality that kind of took over for a second. Something was wrong, and it's being made right with a lot of endurance and pain. It's like both of you are still in the game, making both of you still worthy. It's that kind of thing. The test was not pass or fail. It was an endurance test, and both of you are still doing it slowly but surely. And I think that you were hoping that a lot of the hurt would somehow subside, and it will. There will somehow, form or fashion, there's magic in the air. The pain either has subsided and you're like, oh my God, that is how amazing is it to not have to feel the burden of just crushing heartbreak constantly, heart-wrenching, disgusting heart pain, or like gut pain, all these physical attributes to heartbreak. You're not having to deal with that any longer. Okay. And either that's by being yourself continuously, slowly but surely, and not acting out. Judgment in reverse. Yes, okay, that's all I needed. I was just like, are you feeling the pain of this? But I think that you skirted by the karmic justice where you don't have to feel this pain if you don't instigate anything, don't stare at other people getting karmic justice, or don't stare at people that have hurt you. They'll be back in your life. They'll come back, and if they don't, then they weren't supposed to be there. But I'm serious. There's a battle that has not been won, a war that has not been completely fought, and it's coming back around in a sense of a white flag is being flown, and there will be communication, there will be resolution. And I think that's what this long period of time of chaos and wonder has been about. So just steadfast, be strong, you got this. It's been a whirlwind. So yeah, you gotta know I love you. Pile 2, hello. This is what these people or persons has realized about you. What's going on up in the noggin towards you and your affiliation with these people. With the High Priestess, the loveliest of High Priestesses. You've been hanging out in the shadows, I see. This person thinks you are well put together. They think that you have your life more together than them. For some reason, they are fixated on that. They want to give you more than they can or could. I think that this person has failed you in a sense of showing you physically how they have evolved or truly feel about you. They're hanging in the shadows, as are you, but I think that they are trying to mimic what you are naturally. I think you're kind of someone who always has affiliations, things to do. I have schedules. If you're not a busy person, you've got hobbies. You're set. You've got things that you are doing on a daily basis, and this person thinks that they need to act like they are doing something on a daily basis, like they need to show you up in some way, form, or fashion. There's a sense of like hostility and or competition, because the Queen of Wands shows me that you are effortlessly social in a way that this person finds a little intimidating. Maybe they know or have been talking to people that you know from your past, or you might have, I'm just hearing affiliates. I don't know, I keep on saying that word. It's like almost you guys, this person is trying to feel out you through other people. They have inquired about you in many ways, trying to feel you out, but without telling you that. I don't think that this person has ever given you like a straight compliment or there's a lack of emotional grace. Maybe in person they acted a certain way, but they almost are coming off like a liar. They think that they had to offer you things to keep you motivated towards them or intrigued by and enticed. This person might naturally think that they have to offer something in order for people to want to be around them. The Knight of Cups in reverse. They realize that you are someone that is very emotionally inclined and aware of what's going on around them, which is intimidating. It's almost like they want to give you a little bit emotionally to suffice, or they want to give you emotionally at times, but then they withdraw because they're also in competition with you in a sense. They've realized that you are unique and you don't pay attention to a lot of things, which is unnerving. Maybe you don't spend a lot of time focused on it. You're hard to bring down in some ways, form or fashion. Maybe they've learned this about you from other people. Maybe they've heard something about you being heartless, or I'm hearing tectonic. Like you might have really rocked something. They might have heard something about you that really made them nervous or rocked. There's something about like this person has ideas about you which are nerve-wracking, but at the same time they have a draw to you. Because I'm looking at the thorns at the bottom. It's like they don't want to move to get hurt. They don't want to move towards you at all because they feel like they're going to get hurt. They've heard something about you, or they feel something, maybe, let me see, because it almost, Five of Swords. Okay, maybe they're acting in defense of something about you is making them feel like you have a personal motive in this situation. This person thinks you have a personal motive, or that you could hurt them with something. They think that something about a lie. They think that you're lying about something, or there's a personal motive behind what you're doing. Very side eye. You're getting a lot of side eyes, and it's like almost this person wishes they hadn't met you in certain ways. There's like a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear, and it comes from their mind. A lot of their mind is kind of going crazy a little bit. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah. This Seven of Swords, or not the Nine of Swords. Okay. I'm getting thrown for a loop a little bit. This person is very nervous about you, and it's almost that they feel that if you haven't betrayed them, you're definitely going to. They have a sixth sense towards this, maybe from your past, or just something in you triggered this person naturally. And I think that you guys have a lot in common. You have a lot of similarities. Your life has synced up in ways where you're almost like, oh my God, we are like twins cosmically, or not physically, but I think that you guys have a lot of very systematic similarities. There's something so similar, but at the same time, this person is also getting word about you that is like something about your past is scaring them a lot. The past is frightening this person, and it is almost to the point where they are getting a little choked up. They could have had panic attacks about this situation for sure. This person is for sure in a state of like not even knowing how to go about this. The Knight of Swords. They want to rush in and like communicate with you in certain ways, but I think that it's the yin and yang of, I want to run away, but I like this person and I want this person and I want to figure this person out, but I'm too emotionally fixated and physically torn. It's physically, this person is being so altered by you in ways of like, I think that they feel emotionally unstable sometimes when they have thought of you, and because of that, I think that they're taking that upon themselves to figure out mentally how to be a stronger person, how to be a more sound individual. This is the Page of Coins. Yeah, and it was in reverse. It's almost like this person has had emotional responses to you that felt like they were panic attacks. Things are wrong. Things felt really, really bad to this point where this person is kind of looking outwards for help. They're trying to get help for their emotional state right now, because I think that they're feeling really like one thing could put them over the edge. They could spontaneously combust a little bit. It feels like smoke coming out of the ears randomly over just the smallest things. This person is having a lot of hard times dealing with their emotions, and they're trying to figure that out. They're trying to figure that out. It's the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and it's almost like there's no fixing what they've done. They hear, like, I keep on hearing, there's no fixing what I've done. There's no fixing what I've done. So I think that there's a sense of depletion, but it's like this person can't shake you. This person thought that they could shake you, but they cannot. They thought that they could just kind of let it fall to the wayside, and I think it's kind of crashing back down on them. I think the Six of Swords. Yeah, the Six of Swords. They're definitely retreating. This person is realizing that they need to get an emotional hold on themselves in order for any sort of reprieve, relief. Exile is... They're spending a lot of time alone. They have to spend a lot of time alone right now because I think that their day-to-day situation is making them feel so put out and tired. I'm hearing irreverent, irrelevant. A lot has happened, and it almost feels like a natural disaster, a tornado, the end of just as humanly destructive as possible. This person has lost so many aspects of their life that they look at you, and I think that the pain is very physical for them right now. The Hangman in reverse. Okay, this person is having to deal with the loss of a lot of things, but also having to continue on work-wise, some way, form, or fashion. It's a sense of being depleted, but still having to push forward for some reason or another, and it's really getting to this person. They need time and effort amongst themselves. They realize very little right now because I think that they're still in the midst. They're like in the eye of the storm right now. They're having to push forward, and it's hard for them to even realize what is up and what's down. They're in the eye of the storm for sure. The Eight of Cups, yeah, this person feels that the best way forward is out of a lot of situations. So if they are letting go of you, they're letting go of a lot of things. This is not a matter of hating you or anything. I think that this person has been depleted to the form where they can't physically move forward with anything that is not right in front of them. So I hope you can't hear that noise. There's like a beeping noise going off. So it's very chaotic feeling right now. This person does not have a clue what is up and what is down. I said it a second ago. They're in the eye of the storm. They need time and a lot of effort and a lot of grace, a lot of mercy. And yeah, with that, you gotta know I love you.